I'm just like a real DJ. I'm nothing like a real DJ. I was once. Used to do the old desk and everything. That's too much trouble now, isn't it? Hello, everyone. Welcome. Happy Sunday. I thought I'd better do one of these. Oh, look at me again, all red-faced and squinty because I've had a hot bath. I still had a mouthful of peanuts as well because I was hungry. They're probably, fucking hell. Does it matter now? Like, am I ever going to be criticised for not looking good now? Oh, fuck. That's why I don't have to worry about the paparazzi. They're never going to get a picture of me looking worse than I want to, really. Anyway, right, loads of questions, can't get through all of them. You wake up with a special power that allows you to inflict a minor but very annoying inconvenience on anybody you don't like. What would it be? That's a good one, that, isn't it? That's a really good one. So it can't be horrible, it can't be agony or something. My first one was, like, if someone annoyed me, they suddenly go, oh fuck, I've shot myself. That would be an amazing superpower, wouldn't it? If someone have an argument with someone, they're going, you don't fucking talk to me like that, and you just go, and they go, I'll fucking shut myself. That is my superpower. I haven't, you see, if there ever was a wish that a genie gave you a wish, you'd think about it, wouldn't you? You'd go, give me 24 hours. You'd have a meeting, you consult people, what's the best wish? I just came up with that without any thought, and I still don't think I'd regret it. Just see someone running down the road, holding their arse, diarrhea going everywhere, they go, he must have had an argument with Ricky Gervais. Right, there you go. That's my superpower. Keena, here's a philosophical question. What's your take on the existence of a soul and consciousness? Well, consciousness that exists, doesn't it? That's an epiphenomenon. That's a feeling we have. A snapshot of all our brain events. It's because we have a brain. It's still materialist in the sense that we don't know really what it does. It's like that's why I call it an epiphenomenon. But it's a thought. Whereas a soul, I think, is something slightly more metaphysical, spiritual, hopeful. I don't know we have a soul in the sense that, I think the difference is, people mean a soul when they think it's something that's part of you that could exist without you being alive, which I don't believe in, obviously. I treat it like consciousness, really. You are who you are, and that dies with you. Like, I don't think your consciousness goes on after your brain's frazzled. Some people do. I've no evidence of that. I could be proved wrong. There could just be loads of consciousness floating around going, well, we're here. You can't hear us. Like, I don't believe you. We'll fucking think. But they can't do anything. So I don't believe anything can exist without our physical live body, so to speak. And sometimes people mean a good soul, meaning they're just a good person. They've got a good outlook, morality. They're nice, they're decent. But can anything of you exist after you die, apart from your memory and your legacy? I don't think so. But I could be wrong. Julia, how do you find British winters? Yeah, I hate them. Would you and Jane and Pickle ever move abroad? I mean, I've got no plans to. I'd never say never. There's no reason I wouldn't. And I love England. I love visiting loads of countries. Now, there's countries I can imagine living in. I can imagine living in loads of countries. And the winters would, unless something really, really bad happens and, you know, society goes to hell and we have to get out, I can't imagine being bothered to move out of England. But that's the time I think about it. In January and February when it's raining. When I get up and it's just raining and I can't even go for a walk, I go, fucking hell. Fucking England. Fuck's sake. Yeah, I don't mind winters. I don't mind if it's -10, if it's dry and I can still get about. You know, loads of nice countries that are crispy and sunny and covered in snow and -10. Just this drizzle. Just when you wake up and it's like you're in a fucking cloud. Sort of literally and metaphorically. It's just depressing, isn't it? But most of the time, it's alright, isn't it? Jeannie, being so famous, does the paparazzi follow you around everywhere you go in your area? No, I don't think so. They're always there, but they don't really bother me.
Love you, Ricky.
Hi.
Hey, you were hilarious on Ellen the other day.
Oh, thank you. That's always good fun, isn't it?
Yes.
No, no, look, be careful.
Shit.
Oh, Jesus. Listen. Any soundbite I might have is not worth killing yourself.
Yes, it is.
Listen, stand still, do it. And then I'm going to go and running, but I don't want you to hurt yourselves.
Okay.
Sure. Do you want to take a photo, you say?
Oh, when you're done with them, I don't want to get...
Okay, no, I'm done with them.
Okay.
Cheers.
Thank you, Rick.
Very first.
Oh, I don't know what order it's in. Don't go with me, you'll hurt yourself.
Thank you, Ricky.
Thank you, Ricky.
Thanks.
Are you fucking kidding me? Are you fucking kidding me?
I'm not that sort of bloke, am I really? They get me sometimes when there's probably no one better to, and I don't see them. I often see a picture, what the fuck was that taken? I look at what I'm wearing, I go, that's no clue, is it? What I'm wearing. I don't know. Could be any day. They'll think, oh, why are they fucking taking that? But they're out there. But no, they don't really bother me. They don't bother me because I don't see them. They don't chase me down the street or anything, like a boy band. And I think they know there's no story. Ricky Gervais wearing black, looking a bit fat. Yeah, we know. Let's use last year's photo. James Willoughby Oliver. Would you rather be constantly sticky or constantly itchy? That's a good one. I hate sort of both, really. If I've eaten an orange or something, I've got to wash my hands straight away. But itchy's bad, isn't it? I mean, itchy is that's like a condition, isn't it? That's got to be slightly more annoying than being sticky, isn't it? It's all part of me. Is everything sticky? I suppose so. Oh yeah, that would be horrible. Itchy. I mean, you can scratch an itch, but then again, is everything? Am I scratching all the fucking time? I think sticky, you just go deal with it. I mean, itchy is like, it's annoying, isn't it? George Clooney wouldn't give you the fucking time of day with these questions. Do you know what I mean? Like, I sit down here, hot, red, fat, tired, frozen shoulder, And I really think about these answers. Now, Lionel Lemon. See what I mean? Imagine that. Imagine, I don't know, Ryan Reynolds. He probably would answer him. Do you have a title for your show yet? Oh yeah. And are you still enjoying the new material nights? And Sue asked her a question. And then she says, are you going to do any out of London? I plan to. First of all, I've got a title I'm thinking about. I keep going between one or two and then think of another one. But I think I've got a title that's sort of, it's good. It's one word. It annoys some people. Yeah, not sure yet. And I'm loving them. It's my favourite bit. I'd quite happily do new material nights forever. Just never finish it. Just do new stuff it's such a joy to go out, you know, 400 people scramble to get a ticket. It's cheap. It's like 17 quid at the moment. They see me do like 40. They see 3 other comics do 10. It's like the best new material night in the world, you know? And it's great. You just, you know, comedically it's great. Because it's great when it's finished and you're playing arenas and it's honed and it's perfect. But, it's something nice about it being different every night and trying stuff out that you, deep down, you know will never make it. Or maybe it will. I've thought that before. And, it has made it. So yeah, I'm loving it. It's great. Will I do something out of London? I plan to, but the thing is, if you go out of London and suddenly you're paying for everyone's rail fares and everyone's, you know, hotel bills, particularly mine, that's a lot of money to play a little venue for new material night, and it defeats the object if I'm suddenly charging them 40 quid for new material nights. I mean, I could lose money, I guess, but that's mad, isn't it? So it's sort of, there's a balance, but it's nice to get out, and I can do warm-ups in bigger places, I suppose. I think when I go out of town, it might be a little bit bigger to cover costs and still keep the ticket price cheap. Mr. T the Taco. I mean, seriously, would Jerry Seinfeld entertain this nonsense? As a man who has accomplished so much, I like him. What is there left for you to accomplish besides being knighted, losing weight, and buying some friends from Miss Jane Fallon? I don't know. I mean, it's quite an achievement just to still be working. I sort of appreciate that. Be sort of semi-healthy and working. And you know, you've never nailed it. You've never nailed stand-up. There's always something that hasn't been done, or some way you can go, or some way to improve it, or, you know. I mean, that's true of anything. What's that quote? An education is never finished. So I feel like that. And I like my new sort of business ventures, like, you know, Dutch Barn Vodka and Cano Water. That's fun. Trying to break that, trying to get that a global brand. That's still fun. And, you know, there's something creative there. I do the adverts. That's real fun. That feels like content to me. And I just so happen to own the company as well. Yeah, there's not many things that I think, I want to achieve that, but everything I do, I want it to be a success. I mean, I even thought of doing this for Spotify. I was talking to Spotify. They wanted me to do a show. And I thought I could do this for them. Think how shoddy this is. Imagine them taking this. Be good, wouldn't it? Half hour. Then you could do it as tracks, like each question. They could do a playlist, like all the times Ricky answered a stuffed fucking toy, or all the times Ricky talked about whether he'd rather have fucking lobster claws or elephant anus. You know, I'm not selling it very well. And I'd like $50 million, and I'll do one of these a week for Spotify. No, that's too many. One a month. I do a calculation. How long is he going to live? They go, fuck, it's not worth it. That's not fucking worth it. Oh, God. Monsieur Dougal. Another dog. What the hell is a tuffet, and who in their right mind would sit on one? That's a good question. I've always thought that. Little Miss Muffet sat on a tuffet. Well, I know what a tuffet is. It's like a sort of a mound of grass, right? Like a tiny little hillock that's perfect to sit on. But what annoys me about that is they called her fucking Muffet just to rhyme with that stupid fucking word. Who's called Muffet? Should be who the fuck is called Muffet? They always do that, don't they? Little Jack Horner sat in a corner. You've called him Horner because the little cunt's in a corner. Admit it. Hubbard. Old Mother Hubbard. Oh, where did she go? Oh, I wonder. The fucking cupboard. Jack Sprat. Who's called Sprat? Maybe that is his name. Maybe it isn't. Georgie Porgy. Hold on. That doesn't even fucking rhyme with anything. Georgie Porgy, put in a pie, kiss the girl's way. They could have called any... That's fucking... Georgie fucking Porgy. But good point, Monsieur Dougal. Ollie Afterlife. Oh, God. Just read Determined by Dr. Robert Sapolsky, who eminently argues that free will is an illusion. Yeah. Because everything, even behaviour, every thought, every emotion, derives from what went before. I agree. Determinism, yeah. If that is true, no one is accountable for their actions. Yeah, that's true. But then the quantum leap people make is, well, if no one's responsible for their actions, everyone should be able to do anything they want. That's not true. Because a bear isn't responsible for its actions, is it? If a bear, if you're in the wild and you go up to a bear and whack it and it eats you, that's not responsible. It's a bear. That's why it does that. So we act accordingly. We stay away from bears. So it doesn't mean that anyone, because they're not responsible, you can't just let a serial killer run around because he wants to. We have to do something to protect other people, because we've invented human rights. But yeah, it's a hell of an illusion though, free will. I mean, you can't get around it. It's impossible to imagine that you haven't got free will. Because it's not whether you can make a choice, because everyone feels they can make a choice. Lift your right arm up or your left arm up. That one. But it's you couldn't choose your choice, because you couldn't even choose the question. You couldn't choose the bit before. You couldn't choose cause and effect. So you can't choose. We're sort of like vessels. But that doesn't mean that morality doesn't exist, because that's the thing we've created and we like, because we feel that we want to live. I mean, even creativity. You can't sit down and go, right, I'm gonna write a joke about. You can't choose your thoughts. But what you can do is go, right, I'm not going to answer the fucking door. I'm going to put headphones in. I'm going to go for a run. I'm going to make myself an available vessel for an idea. Good question, that. Mel, if you go back in time to any concert, who would it be to watch? That's a good one. I'm always worried about that. It's like, is it someone that I'd absolutely love and I missed? Or is it sort of being part of history? Because there's people that I don't love now, but I think, it'd be amazing to see, the first Elvis concert or whatever. So it might not necessarily be your favourite person. I mean, things that are historic, you'd want to know why was it historic, like Woodstock or a tricky one, that, isn't it? Or Bowie's concert when he said he was killing off Ziggy Stardust, or Dylan when he went electric. Oh, there's so many. Oh, there's so many. Oh my God. Sex Pistols. Who would it be? Oh, that's so tricky. I keep thinking of things like Beatles and Elvis just because it's Beatles and Elvis comeback concert. Although I can watch that, can't I? But it's being there, isn't it? I always think that about those sort of things. Like we go back in time and witness that. But in real time, it might be like, I always think there's scientific ones like, I think I've talked about this before, like when Einstein came up with E equals MC squared. But he probably did that over months. I'm sort of like I'm invisible ghost in his study, am I? When he's fucking there for days. He's going E equals, I'm going MC fucking squared, but he can't hear me. And he has a little wank break. I'm going, fucking hell. Fuck's sake. Oh God. Einstein, he probably had to, you know what I mean? It's going, oh, I've been fucking thinking all day. Have a little bit of me time. Oh God. Right. George Clooney definitely wouldn't talk about Einstein having a little wank between E equals MC squared. Right. Oh, Jenna, is there a place you'd really like to perform that you haven't yet? Oh, yeah. Well, you know, countries in general, I haven't been to. Australia's the most obvious one, I guess, which is the most furthest one away as well, isn't it? One day. I've only done Europe and North America. I haven't done Asia, Africa, South America. South America, I think of Argentina. Argentina, I've heard, such a cool place. And I've got a bit of profile in South America, because I think because of Netflix. I've got a little bit of profile everywhere probably. It's just me being lazy. There's only so many days I can gig anyway. You know what I mean? So, one day though. It is pure, it's a long way, isn't it? I could take a private jet to anywhere I like in the world. And I go, it's a long way, isn't it? Yeah, Argentina, that'd be amazing, wouldn't it? It's too far. Too far that way and down, isn't it? Someone said I'd love Japan because everyone's so quiet and restaurants are silent. That'd be amazing. Imagine going all that way just because restaurants are quiet. Rachel, have you ever painted or wallpapered anything in your life? That's worded like an accusation, isn't it? I can hear the attitude in that. Because it's not, have you ever painted or wallpapered anything in your life? It's, have you ever painted or wallpapered anything in your life? It's that, isn't it? I've painted the walls and stuff. Don't think I've wallpapered anything. I used to watch my mum up on a rickety ladder. Be like, careful, mum. Oh God. Exercise books. We used to wallpaper our exercise books. Do they still do that? Why do we do that? I think it's so, because everyone writes fucking twat and knob and Mr. fucking Campbell is a twat, and then they wallpaper it. So if you write on the wallpaper, they can go, right, wallpaper over that, whereas they can't do that. Yeah. But yes, they could. Just make the people who don't want to write knob and bollocks all over there. Anyway, yes. I don't even know if I did those. I think my mum did them for me. Everyone had them. Just wallpapered exercise books. That is so weird. Why? You could tell people's decor in their house from their exercise books. All mine were like off-white anaglypta or that fake wood. I remember it. Oh, that's good, because you probably can't, because it was shiny as well, the fake wood. So you probably couldn't write on that so easy. But I remember the anaglypta. Is that what it is? The sort of like, is it knobbly? What's that stuff that's like knobbly? It's got like air bubbles. Or is that fake wood chip? One of them. Fucking hell, this was a load of bollocks, wasn't it? This is like, I don't know. Like being in a mental home. No offence. Right, there you go. That's another load of bollocks. I hope you enjoyed that. There's can of water. Buy can of water. That's quite a serious thing actually, because they're made from aluminium, so it's 100% recyclable, and we're trying to stop people use plastic bottles. Not only do you get loads of fucking nano plastics in your fucking brain, right, but people, they don't recycle it, they throw it in the oceans and it's clogging it up. Whereas this is 100% recyclable and sort of inert and everything. So, yeah, buy a can of water. And Dutch Barn. Cheers, everyone. Be nice to animals. Tatty bye. Tatty bye. Bit of Steely Dan. Barrytown. Off Pretzel Logic. Jane got me some original vinyl of Pretzel Logic for one of my birthday presents, so that's why I'm playing that. And that's what this is about. Not my birthday, because that was... I'm doing this to thank people for my presents, because the Bollocks gang got together and above and beyond the Call of Duty, I mean, they shouldn't have done it at all, really. Or you. It's you I'm talking to. I do these things to thank you for stuff, and then you thank me for doing them. So, so this is sort of, I've got some questions, which I can't get to all the questions, anyway, but I'm using this to thank people. So I'm going to get straight to it, right? So I've got loads of different boxes, all from the general Bollocks gang. Anyone just tuning in for the first time, what's the Bollocks gang, right? It's you lot. It's, if you listen to this shit, you are one of the Bollocks gang. Happy birthday, you miserable little... So, it's from the usual suspects. Bella, Freya, Gunnar and Andy, Joey, Leopold and Loveday, Leslie, Mark, Ollie Pickle Fan Club, Ollie Afterlife, the old laughing lady, Otis the Parrot, Scarlett, Selena, Susie, Titch, Bestest, Vampire Squirrel, Welsh Felix. I mean, I'm going to be saying those names a lot today, but in that particular hall was a lovely book of languages, a collapsible bucket, because I'm going to end up in a bucket, obviously, and some lovely chill out aromatherapy stuff I think that's to stop me using bubble bath, which is brilliant. I've got some lovely vegan chocolates from melon, toffee and fudge. I would have eaten those immediately, but I was saving them to show you, to thank you. So, I'm going to forget some people. Oh, what's the big cards? Hold on. Oh, God. Right. No, that wasn't the big card. I think, well, that's Mal Toffee, Fudge, and the humans, Amy and Michael. What's this? Oh, this is from Susie Hope. Look at this lovely thing. Look. This is a thing with all the bollocks going in there. I mean, you can't see it. You can't appreciate how amazing this is. But it's a lovely book with everyone in it. Look at this. I mean, the effort. The bollocks gang again. I mean, they're all in there basically. You could imagine. Just do. Oh God. From Trey and Fur Angel Susie Hope. Sent by them, but this is all from the bollocks gang. Look at this. Look what they did here. I mean, this is pretty incredible. Same lot, innit? The same dudes, the same gang. There they all are. Titch and Rubes, Gunnar, Susie, Otis, Olympic, Miss Emma, Gordon, Ralph, Wilf and Leslie, Pax and Welsh Felix. If I've forgotten one of your names, you know I'm including you. But look, anyway, look at this. Look at these amazing things they have done. Nothing's as good if you don't share it. A little quote from Afterlife. And so beautifully done. Oh my God, I'm a very lucky boy. I can't get over it, how thoughtful this is. Should I ask a question as I'm going along to Ollie Comic Strip? If I had to lose one of the following things, the ability to enjoy the fun things in life, the ability to enjoy music, or the ability to enjoy food, including wine. Well, I couldn't not enjoy the fun things in life. That is what life's all about. Then music. I assume I can still eat food and drink wine, and it still does what I just won't enjoy it. I used to be like that anyway. I didn't really enjoy food. Till I was like 18, till I was in my 20s, I thought food was just giving you fuel for going out and having fun. So I'd do that. I'd lose the ability to enjoy food because I could still enjoy everything else in life. I'm putting these away carefully. Sorry, guys. I know this isn't as entertaining as usual, but I have got to thank anyone because I'm just over the moon. I'm blown away. No one else gets this. I always say that George Clooney doesn't get the abuse that I get, but then he doesn't get all the presents either. Right. Oh, and this is lovely as well. Again, I should have organised this, but this from Lee of Holden Loveday and obviously all the gang, and a couple of things from the guy who the Waltons was based on, and so it's great that you've remembered all the things that I've ever talked about and said. What else is in there? Something from my bunion, a bunion sleeve. Some vitamin D. Some orthopedic things. So good. Some catnip. Some drugs for the cat. I've kept them away from her but she knows something's going on because she kept sniffing around the box all the time. Book Charlotte's Web some shot glasses from Walton's Mountain. I mean, I'm sure I've forgotten something, but it's just amazing. So thank you to everyone, the whole Bollocks gang. I hope I've mentioned everyone's name once. And also got some balloons as well from Mel Toffee and Fudge. So I'll ask some questions so we don't run out of time, shall I? Titch, did we really land on the moon? Why haven't we been back since? Because right, yes, we did. We landed on the moon. Why would they lie? Why would they fake that, Titch? Well, why don't they just, if they were going to fake it, say we landed on Mars? We landed on the moon. I'm pretty sure of that. Why did we go back? Nothing there. Nothing there. That's my answer. Gunnar, you and David Bowie in Extras is such a momentous moment for TV. Looking back at your career, what accomplishment do you think? Do you still not believe you're a part of? Well, that is up there, isn't it? Writing a song with your hero. Getting asked to write The Simpsons. Getting asked to do the Golden Globes. I think that might be it. I still think that might be it, though. Writing a song with David Bowie. Yeah. Surreal, isn't it? And then a star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame. That's mental. That's mad, isn't it? That's the... Yeah. First one to get that was Dean Martin. They must be running out of people. So we started with Dean Martin. Right, this year's... There's no one left. Well, what about that fat bloke? Yeah, okay. Good one to him. Bella, I've been off my stick game recently, and I failed to find any really good ones worthy of being carried home. We know you like a good stick, so do you have any really good tips for finding really good sticks? Well, I mean, you've got to be on the lookout. And what I'd say is, don't just look at the stick as it is, look at the potential of the stick. So you might see a stick and go, oh, that's too big. Cut it in half, right? You'll go, oh, it's destroyed this and there's too much bark on it. Take the bark off, okay? So look at the potential, look within the stick. Like, when Michelangelo saw a big lump of rock, he didn't go, that's boring, a big lump of rock. He saw David, didn't he? He thought, oh, I can make that into a man. A tiny little... That was his first thought, I think. He thought, well, look at this big rock. What are you doing? Making a man. Oh, right. What sort of man? Just a handsome man. A tiny little... Right? Okay. Michael, Mr. Michelangelo, have you got a little... No. I'm just... This man. So look at the potential of the stick, Bella. Joey, I'm 9, so in human years, I'm not far off 60. Who do you think looks best for their age? So there's a beautiful picture of Joey and a bath pic of me, right? So I know what he's done there. He's tried to suggest that he looks better, but he's not in the bath. So I don't think he'd look his best if he was in the bath. I saw Ollie fall in the bath once, right? When she was a little kitten, I was in the bath, and she got up to have a look and slipped, and it was like a fucking cartoon. She slipped in the water and went like that, and she was out. And then she just was in the corner, like looking at me, and she looked like a little fucking drowned rat. So, Joey, I mean, you've got a picture of yourself looking great there, but I don't think you look so good if you fell in the bath, is what I'm saying.
Dougal. Bonjour, monsieur. Bonjour, monsieur Ricky. You'll awaken to discover you have been wrongfully convicted of a crime. On the way to jail, what story would you invent to tell the other inmates to make you look tough and ensure you don't fear dropping the soap in the shower? I just wouldn't shower. I just stink. Make sure no one will come. Like I've got to worry now about people coming near me in prison. I think I'm pretty safe now. Like they all come out and they go, "Oh, some new place." Have a look. I go, "Oh, fucking hell. No, you're all right, mate. You're safe." So what would I do? Well, hold on. I'm assuming. But if I was wrongfully convicted of something, they go hear about Ricky Gervais. He got wrong. Could I make something up? I'm assuming I'm not. They don't know who I am. Like, I'm not famous. They don't know who I am. I'm just a bloke. What would I do if I was just a bloke? I'd say I was a hitman for the mafia, because that's a double whammy, isn't it? Not only do I say I'm connected, but I'm like, I'm scary even within the mob, and they leave me. I just say, yeah, I was a hitman. I can't think of a scarier thing to say. So yeah, Dougal. Stupid question. Me going to jail for a crime I didn't commit. Scarlett. It must be amazing editing Afterlife 3, bringing the story to life with all the amazing characters, especially Auntie the dog, who plays Brandy. Do you have a favourite part of the editing process? Well, yeah. Auntie is involved in one of them. I've done a lovely little thing, a little special tribute within the thing to Auntie. No spoilers. I think my favourite part of the edit is finally putting the music on and making everything fit in, because it's sort of, it's chicken and egg. So you plan it for a song and you do it, then you put the song on, then you have to make it fit, and back and forth. You might have to edit the music or edit the thing. So I'd say it's putting the music on. It just elevates it. Tony, I just accidentally hit and hurt my elbow walking around the house, then instantly called the door frame as if it was its fault. Do you do things like that? Also, do you think you'll be an even bigger hypochondriac? I don't think so. I don't think I could get worse. In fact, I think I'm getting better, because even though I'm closer to death, it's fairer. Do you know what I mean? Like, if I was 18 and I went to the doctor, I thought, oh, I'm gonna. I go, this is so unfair. But now I'm going, you know what I mean? I'm not so angry at the cosmos. So, yeah. Do I bump? No, if I bump into someone, or the first thing I think of is, whose fault is that? I'd love to blame someone. So I'd love someone. It's usually me. Like, who left that fucking cupboard? It was me. Do you know what I mean? Like, if you trip on the pavement, whose fucking fault is that? Council. It's never mine. So no, I don't blame the inanimate object. But if it's someone's fault, it instantly annoys me. Even the weather. I think, who can I blame about the fucking weather? Is there anyone who told me not to bring out an umbrella? Oh dear. Daniel, I know you're getting old now. Brilliant. What do you think you'll do next after Supernature Tour is finished? More stand-up, TV or film? Definitely more stand-up. I can't wait to finish this one, because it, with a pandemic and getting that. And Netflix already bought the next one. I can't wait to do that, because every time I think I can be even braver and, So definitely stand up. In fact, someone asked me, I don't think we'll get to it, but someone asked me if I had to give one thing up, or if I could only do one thing out of writing, directing, acting and stand-up, what would it be? It would be stand-up, because it's all of them. So definitely, I want to do another stand-up. I think I want to do stand-up. It's the standing up bit that's the problem now. I've even thought that maybe my next stand-up tour I could sit down. I don't think people would care. I'm not Lee Evans. I don't jump around. I don't do backflips or dance or sing a song. So I could just come out, say thanks very much, and sit down in a nice armchair. I mean, Dave Allen used to sit down. Yeah, he was a stool and he was upright. But I might fall asleep, particularly if I'm drinking. Because when I drink and I'm standing up, you sort of, you're sweating it out and stuff. If I was sitting in a chair, I think I'd drink more. And then, like, fucking granddad from Only Foot. What if it was a commode? So I can't. Please welcome to the stage, Ricky Gervais. I come up maybe in a mobility thing. I come out like that, and that maybe just stay on that, or it just sort of tips me into an armchair, and that armchair is also a commode. So I could be sort of telling jokes and having a little wee or something and a drink. So I wouldn't have to worry about, because sometimes on stage I think, I better not drink too much because I've got to jump in the car and I might need a wee. Whereas if I was doing stand-up and drinking and weeing, I mean, that is the best worlds for me. You got to have an ambition, haven't you? So definitely more stand-up. Definitely more. I want to do another series. I love TV. I thought I had to drop one of that. The least likely is more film, because films are what they used to be, and you put all you film for like 8 weeks and it's just an hour and a half. Whereas TV, you can. It's different. But out of all those, it'd definitely more stand-up. Probably more TV. Louise, hi Ricky. I'd like to ask you about the Supernature tour. There was some very controversial topics discussed in the warm-ups. Will everything make it into the proper shows, and can Netflix choose or remove sections, or do they have to show the whole thing? Well, I hope they make it. The reason they wouldn't make it is because they're not good enough, or it's too long. Like, Humanity was 86 minutes long live, and I had to cut it down to between 60 and 70, and they let me have it at 76. So it was already longer than specials are meant to be, and I cut 10 minutes. So I don't think Netflix would ever make me cut anything unless I was breaking some sort of broadcast law, which I don't. I don't think they do it because they're scared of controversy or getting cancelled. And sometimes I lose stuff because I've already done a joke about that thing, or it's too long. There's some routines that are fun, but I haven't worked out how long they are versus how funny the punchline is. So do you know what I mean? So you just want the best, tightest, most laughs. Also, I want a bit of a narrative. I don't just want a string of the funniest bits, because I want people to go away with, that whole hour felt like something. Do you know what I mean? You want it to be more than the sum of its parts. So all those things determine how long it is, what goes and what stays. But Netflix have never told me, they've never said you've got to take that joke out because it's too dangerous or whatever. That's never happened. But I'll take that if it's not. It's just, if it doesn't feel right. Bird on a mission. I hope you had a fantastic birthday. My question is, are we born with empathy, or do we learn it from our parents, peers? And why do some people have none? Could it be an abnormality in the brain? Well, I think it is, because I think there's there's some fetal development. Like if the mother, sometimes if the mother's like an alcoholic or a drug addict, it can affect the development of the kid's brain, and they can be born without sort of empathy. So it's definitely neurological as well. Having said that, everything being equal, and we're all born the same, you certainly learn kindness as well, or the opposite. So I think it's a bit of both. But I'll ask Sam Harris that on my next phone call. Bird on a Mission. Oh no, that was Bird on a Mission. This is Leopold and Loveday. Why does the way we perceive time change as we age, and the way we experience the passage of time? Is it the same for animals? No, I don't think animals think I've only got a couple of years left like we do. Well, I suppose time is relative. Time is relative, isn't it? If you're doing something you hate, pain that lasts for a couple of seconds feels like fucking hell ages, and doing something you enjoy is over in no time at all, isn't it? I suppose also, like now, well, everyone, but wherever you are in life, each day is a higher percentage of the rest of your life that you've got left, isn't it? Soon, one day, that day is going to be 100% of what I've got left, and working backwards. And we don't know what that is. We don't know what percentage we've got left. So, we better enjoy it and be kind to each other, like you lot are to me. What a very lucky boy I am. Well, I hope I've mentioned everyone at least once. I think I've shown the majority of all the gifts. I've answered most of the questions from the gang. Thanks again. It was, I think, the best birthday ever. Don't do it again, though. That was for my 60th. Don't spend your money on me anymore. You can spend it on things like this, for example, where all the proceeds of this book, and it's brilliant, go to All Dogs Matter. And this book, I think, is brilliant. It's the questions that Bella asked me, and I answered over the time here. There's a little pickle. Ollie's in there, and look, there's me and Bella collecting sticks. I'm going to be horrified if I've forgotten someone, but you know I'm thinking of you, whoever you are. If your name wasn't called out on any of these things, I have seen your name, and I really appreciate it. So, especially whoever called me a miserable. Thanks, gang. What a joy. So, yeah, thanks for following. Buy Question Time. Buy a little Ricky bag from All Dogs Matter. Be nice to animals. Tatty bye, everyone. Tatty bye. Do you fancy going into politics? No. It would be a thankless task. It would be... No. I don't know... Oh, God. I'd go mental. See, I don't have to watch what I say, because I'm a comedian, and no one should take me seriously, and I'm not in charge of people's lives. If I was a politician, it's the politics bit of it I don't like. If I said, what do you think, and you could do that, then it'd be fine. But it's the not being able to say the truth sometimes for an easier life, or humanitarian things versus economics, and there'd just be no question for me. Well, no, I do what's right on principle, and I do the humanitarian. I don't give a fuck about what happens to billionaires, but that's no good. That's no good for politics. So no, I'd be shit. I'd hate it. I'd be shit. There you go. That's two great reasons not to do a job. You hate it and you're shit at it. So no.
You'd have to be here, really, to understand the sense of anger, fury, actually, that has swept the United Kingdom in just 4 months of so-called Labour government under the plank of wood that is Sir Keir Starmer, unfeeling, unthinking, clunky, completely incapable of thinking or speaking on his feet, a man who has to read every line. Who ever hired this guy as a Queen's Counsel, now King's Counsel? Who would want to pay good money for him to represent them in court? But it's not just his personal failings and shortcomings that is the cause of the most remarkable petition ever launched in the history of the British Isles. A big claim. I'm going to back it up right at this moment at 7:03 on the evening of Sunday. That is to say, just 26 hours after the petition was launched, 1,358,000 people have signed demanding fresh elections in Britain. Some fools complain about the provenance of the petition. They don't like the fact that Nigel Farage and the Reform Party are heavily prominent in it. Or the retired police officer Norman Brennan, who we asked to come on the show tonight, but he required payment, and so we had to decline. But that doesn't mean we're not right behind the petition. We absolutely are. Who cares who started the petition? It has captured the zeitgeist. No petition ever has garnered that number of signatures on a petition, and it is growing tens of thousands per hour. It's going to reach millions of signatories, and that is because of the rank betrayal that Keir Starmer is already guilty of just 4 months into his premiership. The one that rankles most with me, and about which you've heard me speak many times, is the theft of the cold weather payment allowance paid to millions of British pensioners to help them through a bitterly cold winter. It's already unprecedentedly cold here in this global warming Britain. It is almost as bad as the weather can be here in the United Kingdom. Storms, snow, -8, -10, -12 degrees in the country, and pensioners having to struggle through deciding whether they eat or whether they heat. And no matter how much they heat, given that energy bills are 4 times what they were just 2.5 years ago, they're unlikely to be able to heat their homes sufficiently. I am not short of my electricity bill, but I'm going around shutting doors, making sure no drafts are letting the heating out. Imagine if you were a poor old age pensioner in Britain. And what makes it much worse is that Starmer knew that he was going to do this before a single vote was cast. He did not even properly study what the impact of this measure would be. And worse still, he did it for Zelensky. Don't take my word for it. Look back at the chronology. The very next day after Starmer stole the coal from Britain's old age pensioners, his Foreign Secretary, Idi Amin Dada, David Lammy, was in Kiev, promising 3 times the amount saved by stealing from the pensioners in perpetuity every year. 3 billion every year forever is what Keir Starmer has promised Zelensky. The ancient and peculiar hatred of the British towards the Russian people is a subject I'll come back to later in this monologue. But there are many other betrayals of which Starmer is guilty, and he is completely without the artifice to defend himself. He cannot find the words. He cannot find the empathy. He's launched a new battle today in the Mail on Sunday against Britain's benefit culture. But he is the recipient of the greatest amount of beneficence from private donors of any British politician in history. Just get your head around that. This man is wearing glasses, costing thousands of pounds, paid for by a private donor and not declared as they should have been. When you see him in a suit, I know he doesn't cut much of a dash, but somebody paid £12,000 for that suit, and he didn't declare that either. He has taken more freebies than any British politician in recorded history. This man who wants to make war on the benefit culture is the biggest beneficiary of them all. And we got a glimpse in the week of who might be paying in the end. You know, I predicted when he betrayed Britain's farmers at the budget by introducing a tax on inheritance of small family farms, that again he must have known he was going to do, but didn't mention it during the election campaign. I knew what he was up to. And 4 days later, he was sat in number 10 Downing Street with BlackRock, who will be buying the farmlands from the bankrupted farming families that have been ruined as a result of his treachery. Huge numbers of farmers and their well-wishers, of which I am one, were in central London, firing the first shot in what is going to be a long, bruising, damaging battle for the government if they go forward with their efforts to destroy farming in Britain as we have known it for centuries. He was right behind a suicide bill. They're not even hiding it anymore. Old grannies and grandmas, if they're cold, if they can't heat their house in the winter, well, we have a solution, said the government. We'll put you in a capsule, give you a glass of sherry and a jab on your upper arm, and you'll slowly slip away. This suicide death cult that is Labour is not content with killing people in the Middle East, killing people in the Ukraine, killing people in the Yemen. They're killing our own pensioners. They're killing our own chronically sick. Rather than investing in care at the end of life, they would prefer to persuade you that you've become a burden on your family and on society and on the taxpayer, and it would be a jolly good thing if you would shuffle off quietly into this good night. He has backed a genocide in Gaza, an actual genocide. Don't take my word for it. Take the word of the world's highest court, the International Criminal Court. Take the word of the International Criminal Court, the ICC, which this very week issued arrest warrants for Benjamin Netanyahu and Yoav Gallant, the former defense minister, sacked by Netanyahu just the other week.
Brilliant. Really, really smart. There's some smart people on the internet. There's some fucking morons as well. But such is life.